everyone. Good morning, Geoffrey. Ça va?
Hi, Cyril. Yes.
We are going to change the style. This is a French accent now, in terms of presentation. Maybe we are waiting a little bit. A lot of movement in the room. Take a seat. Thank you for joining us. Okay, so let's start. I'm Cyril Grira. I'm Vice President at Oracle in France, in charge of Oracle Cloud Infrastructure. Thank you, Ray Summit, for the invitation. We are super happy to be here today. At Oracle, we're going to celebrate 40 years in France, so it's a great milestone for us. It's about 35 years for you as well, Geoffrey, in France, because you are a French company also. We are going to talk about an amazing use case. You know about the airport services, I'm sure. And it's very interesting to see how AI is transforming this business, in particular in terms of luggage management. I'm sure some people in the room has already lost a luggage. Can you confirm? Anyone? Yeah? Okay. So it's very interesting to talk about this, and you're going to see how AI is going to transform this. First, I'm very happy to welcome Geoffrey. Geoffrey is the IT director for SQORUS. SQORUS is a French consulting French company based in Paris, in France globally, since 35 years. You're managing 150 consultants in France, and you are very specialized in digital transformation, in particular with strong expertise in HR, finance, data, and IT, and a long partner of Oracle. Thank you for that, Geoffrey. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Cyril, for invitation. And it's a real pleasure to be here and to talk about ONET, or share the success story, common success story. And yes, we've been working with Oracle since more than 20 years now.
Okay, so today we will focus about ONET Airport Services. ONET is also a French company, family and French company. They provide critical services, ground services such as baggage logistic, of course, and aircraft services. And they are working for companies such as Air France in many airports in the world and in France, like Charles de Gaulle, Lyon, or Toulouse for French people. It's very interesting, this case, because they are developing many innovation in this ground and we're going to talk about, especially about AI and data, the combination of AI and data. We talk often about AI, but data is also super important, and we will see how. So I am aware of, I was impressed by this use case, Geoffrey, when we prepared this presentation about the luggage use case, of course, but can you share a couple of use cases you have with ONET and you are working on in the last months, please?
Yes, and before sharing your use case, I want to share the vision of ONET Airport Services and his CIO, Guillaume de Montessu. When we first meet him 2 years ago, he said that he wants to create the ways of the airport world and to create the most innovating apps possible. And he said to us, okay, let's inspire about what every innovation is doing on every business and to bring it in our application. And so we have several objectives to achieve with it. And one of them is to improve the productivity and operational performance. And when we are talking about operational performance in the airport services, I'll explain the business of ONET. ONET is managing
you have a couple of great numbers to share.
Yes, yeah, yes. ONET is managing all baggage transport in connection flights on Charles de Gaulle for Air France. It represents 30 million bags per year. And on this 30 million bags per year, there are around 200,000 baggage lost.
Okay.
So I let you imagine the cost that it represents, because when a baggage is lost, you need to send it with another plane and to send it even to the hotel or the location of the passenger. So there is a very a huge business impact if we can improve this.
Yeah. You have maybe to explain into details this use case because it's very interesting to explain. We have a slide for that. Can I share it?
Yes, sure.
Yeah, okay, because it's
So I think I will not go too in details
Okay.
in this slide, but just to explain how it's complex.
technical
because,
slide.
Yes,
Not-
you have a lot of planes coming every day that land off in the airport. Then you need to unload the let's say containers because each bag is stored in containers called ULD. Then it's stored on the gallery with a carousel who dispatch it and send it to the over ULD and send it to the departure planes. And in order to do this, we have here, it's a simple schema. I think we can see 10 agents, but in fact, it's 80 agents on the ground by ONET, 365 days per year from midnight, from 5 a.m. to midnight. So we have developed full application with web application, mobile application. So the agents receive orders by the mobile application what they have to do. And on top of that, we have a super algorithm who predicts and help ONET to say where we need to add some agents, either on the gallery, on repatriation, departure. So this is one of the objectives is to improve the productivity and to improve the operational performance. We retrieve data from Air France for all baggages, and we have criticality on all baggages. And so on each ULD, we know which ULD is contained, which baggage is critical. And then the game, I will say, is to help agents to know which containers should they take first, which baggage is critical, etc. And it's really not so simple because, for example, if you have one container who contains baggage, but they have only, I don't know, 40 minutes between connection flights, and the gallery is full, we know that the baggage is lost. So we really need to take all parameters and to take the right decision at the site, right time.
It's a very interesting use case because you have a lot of data and area of development of improvement. Thanks to AI. So you were mentioning the vision of Guillaume de Montessis, so the CEO of ONET, about having for his employee the Waze application for the airport. I guess that beyond luggage transfer, ONET would like to collect a lot of data, to leverage a lot of different technologies in order to better inform his customers in real time. To do so, ONET needs to collect again data and implement AI services. Could you give me some details about this, please?
Yes, ONET has a lot of companies. They want to share data to their customers and to their collaborators, and they want to make sense for their collaborators. And so, yes, we have developed for regional airports a new set of applications on airport services, so on, and we try to provide some AI capabilities to the agents. I can mention 3 of them. We have automatic tracking, because on the airport you need to track and say everything that you are doing. So onboarding passengers, tour of planes, etc., etc. So everything is tracked on an application. But now we are providing some automatic tracking. So by, for example, GPS detection, when the people is, when the cart is, etc. But also with voice command, because now we are all used to use WhatsApp, ChatGPT voice, etc. So on the work daily job, we need also to provide some voice command. So everything now will be voice activated for, let's say, tracking. So first innovation AI. We have also everything about vision. So OCR detection to scan directly the documents and for data collection, but also vision for airplane tour. Because before the plane can take off, the ONET agents, they are checking if everything is okay on the plane. But now they can take photo and video, and the AI will detect if there are some anomalies on the plane.
Super interesting.
And one, yes, last use case, of course, on generative AI is about the synthesization of documentation, what we call GOM in the airport world. So for each specific operation, everything is stored in procedures, and so the AI store now all procedures, and the agents can directly ask the question to an AI agents about what they have to do in each situation.
I guess now your experience is very different. When you take a flight, you think about this, I think so. So I imagine you have some positive output already. Can you share with us some learnings and some right now you have with these use cases?
Yes, in this case of business, we have daily operation. What's really great is that we can see the results directly. In the first day, we know if it works or not, and concretely, we have improved the performance of operation. So now I think by 25%, we save more baggage. So it's a great, great job. And on this part, another interesting part is that we have detected some drawbacks. Is now that we save more luggages, but of course the operational procedures and the SLAs are not respected because yes, we now prioritize how to save the baggage and now to take a first in, first out. So probably it will also redefine the service agreement between the companies to take in consideration more the values than a rigid timing, etc.
Thank you, Geoffrey. Now, please to finish and to continue, let's focus about IT, about technologies. All right, for the people in the room, because Race Summit is all about technologies. Around this project, what are the main challenges from an IT perspective, and how people in the room can replicate some best practices you have in this on this project?
For us, the main challenge is a real-time performance.
Real-time.
Because everything can work sometimes on prototypes, but when it comes to real performance, yes, it's key, because on baggage transportation, it's critical to have some real-time. So, for example, on the OCR, at the first time, it was, let's say, approximately the same time that a human task. But so we have to improve the algorithm to add some tasks to have better performance.
So real time. So at Oracle, we have a partnership also with Red Bull. You can see on the stand. And Red Bull in Formula One racing is also all about real-time performance. Okay. About the technology, humbly at Oracle, our technology is evolving very fast, as you can see in the newspaper lastly. And it's all about to be simpler, to be more efficient, and to be faster for our customers. So on this project, you used OCI, Oracle Cloud Infrastructure, for the entire project. Everything you have mentioned so far has developed on OCI. The entire baggage in English, management ERP, using also Oracle Apex in terms of development to be faster. The mobile application were developed as well in React Native, and the backend is powered by Oracle Autonomous Database, along with several Oracle AI services like OCI Vision, OCI Speech, and OCI Machine Learning. So can you share with us maybe two technologies very different you use on this project?
Yes, because I think today in the RISE Summit you can see a lot of similar technology that works at Oracle, like Vision, etc. But I want to mention for us the two technologies that are unmatched. It's the Oracle Autonomous Database. In fact, it's for us the most powerful database because you have one database who can do everything. So transactional application developments, etc. But now we have also some AI capabilities with 23 AI. So you can do directly some prompt in natural language directly on the database. So you can ask on the database what are the most which is the most airport with the most connecting flight, and the database will generate the SQL query and answer on it.
So in terms of development for your teams, it allows to be more simple, more faster. What is the impact for you?
Yes, here it's also for the customer, because now the customer itself can directly ask to the database to retrieve the information. And for our development teams, we used also Oracle Apex, you mentioned it, which is really a powerful platform of low-code development. It comes for free with the database, and you can also test it directly on the training. It's accessible for everyone. And it helps to provide some really powerful application with really low development. And now also with the latest release of Apex, you can also generate application from a prompt.
Thank you, Geoffrey. As a final question, can you let's talk about the future at the airport, and what is the next use case? What is the next innovation you're going to implement with ONET?
Yes. Also, in this kind of business, it's really incredible because we have so many ideas that we have innovation for years to come. First one, and
we have a lot of users in the room.
And I think it's replicable also for a lot of business, because as we have seen on the first part, we have developed a lot of prediction and recommendation. But now we are trying to build an AI that will affect directly the agents to the mission. Because now currently we have a recommendation, but it's still manual task and regulation who affect to the agents the missions. But in the future, it will be an AI. It will be an AI who will directly assign some missions to the employees and to the collaborators. So it's, I think, a major change. And another also innovation that we try to develop is to have some augmented capacities. So we try to equip some cards and transportation with a visualization system, communication system, but also to have some augmented capacity, augmented reality directly on the mobile phone, but even on the glass.
Glasses?
Yes, on glasses.
I remember the Google glasses 10 years ago. Welcome
glasses, back. So the agents, for example, they will see directly which baggage are criticals, what they have to do on the glasses.
Okay, excellent, very inspiring. Thank you, Geoffrey. We are finished. We're going to take. Thank you for the timekeeping. Some question in the one question in the room. It's just one question in the room, if you want. Just one question, Madam.
Thank you. So you thought that your prompts are directly connected to a database. How do you manage the load on the DB? How are you sure that the request that is generated is using the right indexes? How do you manage the scale on that?
I'm sure to understand
You told that on the prompt, so you write what you want to see, and that it's connected directly to a database to retrieve the data.
Okay.
So how do you ensure, how do you manage the load on that? Because in normal web application, we know that we need to cache some stuff to ensure the performances. So we can't reach the data for each request. So how do you manage that?
Okay, so first one, for the autonomous database provide also some automatic recalculation on index, etc. So a lot of things are directly managed by the autonomous database, and there are also some rescaling on the, for example, on the CPU, on the on the performance of the database directly on it. And from development, so here's from infrastructure perspective, and from a developer perspective, we have what we can do on the production, and on some prompt, etc. We can do it also on development and to do some verification. So not everything will be accessible directly on the prompt, on the production system, and also what is done on the critical production system. And we have our system which is more services, data, and provide data for customers.
Awesome.
It's clear?
Awesome, folks.
Thank you, Madame. Merci, Madame. Thank you, Geoffrey. Thank you, ONET. We can applaud, I can think.
Thank you. Thank you. What a great conversation.